throughout the history of the world, throughout the history of salvation, we've had proposed to our race all sorts of fake ways of being saved. The point that I'm struggling to make here is this, that infidelity, perfidy, Satanism, heresy, schism, all of these things have held out to man false ways of how to be saved. But go back to the fundamental question, how do you know how to be saved? You can only know that if you have a divine authority to tell you. We can't look into heaven. You know, even if the people who had attempted to build the Tower of Babel had succeeded and built the thing high enough? I mean, how do you look into heaven, right? Even if they had gotten it as high as they dreamed to get it, they still couldn't look into heaven and see God and see how it is that we can go to heaven, because their idea of salvation was corrupt. They didn't. Salvation's not some Mormon or Muslim paradise. It's not a place with an infinite supply of wine and women. Heaven is a place that is in a state in which we partake in the divine beatitude itself by the beatific vision. And we can't know that unless it's been revealed. And we can't know how to understand the revelation properly unless we have a divine authority on earth to teach us that. And if we can't get that right, if we can't reckon with the fact that we mortals have no way of knowing how to live the divine life in eternity unless we have a divine authority on earth to tell us how to do that, then there's no hope of us having a concept of objective truth in matters concerning religion. So there is a seriousness and there is a credibility to the Church's claims of exclusivity. If the Missouri Synod Lutherans, or if the Evangelical Presbyterian Church, or if the Southern Baptists came out and said, membership in our sect is absolutely necessary for salvation. Strictly speaking, you must be a Southern Baptist in order to be saved. People would laugh. Nobody would take it seriously. People know that these denominations, and I'm not picking on any particular denominations in order simply to pick on them, people know that they were of human origin. People know they have a history. We can trace those histories back. And most often, those particular denominations themselves don't even make such a claim, because their concept of the church is much more elastic than that. They think of themselves as part of some ultimately invisible entity, as John Calvin thought that the true church was ultimately invisible. But that, this denomination is there to sort of help people along the way. Well, again, nobody's going to take their claims seriously if they made such claims to exclusivity.